Hello, everybody, and welcome to Filterless, the podcast where we talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, however the fuck we want to talk about it. My name is Cat, or Dr. Catatonic if you're coming from YouTube, and I am joined, unfortunately not by everyone's favorite co-host, but by everyone's favorite main character, Jeremy, as the new co-host of Filterless. Yes, sir. Yes. And today we are also joined by our mutual good friend, Sho. If you watch my content, which some of you probably don't, he's there sometimes, one times. Anyways, welcome to Filterless, everyone. It's been a little bit, so in the time that we were gone, we did get a review, and yippee, Jeremy, go ahead and read them to review.
All right, August 6th, 2023, by Gideon Sus. Funny. 5 out of 5 stars. I would indeed say that this podcast is based.
Thank you.
That is all.
Thank you, person. I already forgot your name. Gideon. But yeah, we do have that. And if you guys want to leave us a review, it's only on Apple Podcasts. You can also leave us comments on Spotify. And if you want to get more involved in the podcast that you were listening to, you can go ahead and join the Discord, which will be down in the link in the description below of both the YouTube format, the Spotify format, and the Apple Podcast format. We don't have a topic for this episode, so we're skipping over small talk. You guys want to hear a disturbing fun fact?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I actually have a couple, but I'm going to read my favorite one first.
All right.
A human tooth has 36 calories.
Yum, yum.
And then another tooth one. Human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves. There you go. Your teeth are vulnerable. Vulnerable little bitches.
Honestly, in life, I should have been eating my teeth instead of letting my grandma save them.
Honestly.
I should have been eating my teeth instead of giving them to the lie that was the tooth fairy.
What a rare snack.
But yeah, how's everyone doing today? That's actually, fun fact, that is the topic, is small talk. Because we kind of wanted to ease you guys into listening to the podcast again. We're just going to sit here and talk, kind of like when you go back into your mind, back to school, when they'd be like, what did you do over the summer? And you're like, absolutely fucking nothing. That's what this is. This is like a what's everyone been up to type of episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, when... it's actually kind of funny that your fact was teeth. So, did you watch The Fairly Odd Parents as a kid?
Sometimes. I don't remember.
And do you recall... No? There's an episode where they ate teeth.
I'm sorry?
And they had a teeth-eating competition where they added a little salt on them. And ate them like potato chips.
No.
Very tasty.
Yeah. I just got back from Europe recently. I want to talk about that. Fun fact, in London, you cannot eat dinner at restaurants past the hours of 5. They close the kitchens and open the bars.
Man.
So the bars will say they're open, like the pubs will say they're open, but they don't tell you that they're not open for food and that they're only open for alcohol.
Man.
Other than that, it was interesting, to say the least. London is have you ever been to Boston? London is very Boston-like. It's got the mix of like the 300-400-year-old buildings and then the more modern buildings. There was a building that kind of looked like a bookshelf. It was kind of weird. Will say though, had some like super authentic Indian food. That was some of the best food I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Yeah, all right.
What have you been up to, Jeremy?
Lego Titanic.
Like, I'm assuming you cut out in the Discord. I'm assuming you said Lego Titanic.
Lego Titanic.
And that is the only thing he's done in the damn near year since we ended the podcast.
No, you know what? I finished it fairly quickly. I've moved. I've Lego Titaniced. I've grown up
You have a
to
job?
be the ripe age of 21.
Yippee!
Ooh.
Me too. Guys,
And
that
now
means
you can go to
that
those
means we
British
can
pubs.
do. That means Jeremy and I can do drunk. Never have I ever.
Man.
As a kid, I always played it backwards.
What? How do you play?
So never have I ever. I think it's supposed to be you would say never have I ever, and then you would say something you've never done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I did it the opposite as a kid,
is that
where
not
I
how
would say
it's
never
done?
have I ever. No, I think it's supposed to be never have I ever because you never have you ever done this thing. So I think you're supposed to say stuff you haven't done.
I thought it was. I thought it the way it was is never have I ever, and then you say something that you have done that you have done, knowing that everyone else hasn't.
I thought it was you say it and then try to guess something that someone else has done.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, I guess it has been played like that too before. I've seen people where they play it where they get other people to drink by saying never have I ever, and then said something knowing that they have done it, but the person that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Like never have I ever, and then I would say something that I know Jeremy has done, but I haven't, type of thing, you know?
Okay, yeah. I'm looking it up now. The first player starts by okay, blah blah blah. A statement about say something they have never done before, starting with never have I ever. So yeah, it is something that you've never done before that you think somebody else in your group has done.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Well, then yeah.
So I
As
would
you
be
can
like, never have I-
tell, as you can tell,
That's
none of
halfway.
us have been to parties ever. This
So
is-
I would be like never have I ever gone to London. And I know Kat would lose.
As you can
Yeah,
tell, we
turn.
are not party people, so we didn't know this, even though this is like a party game. Now that Jeremy's like the co-host, we can do in-person episodes, because that sounds fun. That might be a pain in the fuck to edit. It's like set up, because right now it's easy. Jeremy, you take care of your shit, I'll take care of my shit, voila, problem solved.
I mean, you still edit.
Well, I mean, like it's you record your audio, I record my audio. But if we were to do an in-person episode, it would be here. Let's talk off the same microphone, because I don't know how to get it to where my microphone sounds good, and doesn't pick up your microphone. So we'd have to use the same mic.
Yeah, you would have to set up two microphones to not pick up the same echo
Yeah.
in both.
Or just use the same mic. But yeah, that's a thing that can happen now. I also got a new job. You guys want to hear about that? I mean, you guys already know
yeah.
about my new job, I think. I now work in AC install, and boy, oh boy, is that job a pain in the fuck. It's not necessarily hard work. Like, the job itself is not hard. It's not rocket science. It's basically Legos, if you think about it. You just disassemble the old AC unit and then reassemble the new one. It's pretty easy. It takes about
So it's like HVAC repair.
install, HVAC install.
Mm-mm.
I haven't gotten to the repair part. I've only been working there for like 4 weeks now at this point, and we haven't gotten to the repair part. But in
Yeah,
those
alright.
4 weeks, and this happened yesterday, I managed to consume and ingest Freon, which, if you guys don't know, Freon is highly toxic. So I cut the back of my hand up, like, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I cut the back of my hand up pretty bad and had blood all over the back of my hand. And I'm like, oh shit, I probably should take care of that because I'm bleeding all over the place. So I instinctively put my hand in my mouth to prevent blood from leaking all over this customer's house. And forgot that the Freon tubes had leaked on my hand. So blood and Freon, that's not a good like flavor pairing.
I
But
love
you
that.
know, you lose some weight.
I mean, I feel like I'll either die or get superpowers.
No,
Good
yeah,
ol'-
because long-term effects of huffing Freon include weight loss, suffocation, seizures, and brain damage. That's a 1 in 4 chance.
And if it's the type of brain damage that I just become like a savant at something, hell yeah. But also, I
Yeah.
wasn't huffing Freon. I licked it off the back of my hand, basically. Because it
Well,
is
that's
a
like-
liquid form. It's different.
Well, I mean, you snort drugs to get it to your tongue faster. I mean, it's the
Yes.
same thing.
Yes. Let me lick the cocaine line. This motherfucker's never partied.
I mean, if you put it in your gums, that is the same thing.
That's fair. How do you know?
It's the whole idea. I know people.
I know.
Actually, I was talking about this today with some of my coworkers. Did you ever take that what is it? That survey in school that talked about like drugs and stuff, like the drug surveys. It was like, have you ever taken this drug? How easy would it be to access these type of drugs?
The drug yap.
Like for all of them, I clicked no to trying, but for every single one that I was like, how easy would it be able to access acid or coke or weed? I put like extremely easy because I'm like, there's a dude in this classroom right now who I could go talk to and get literally any of these substances.
My drug dealer is in this classroom. He is sitting next to me.
He's 3 seats behind me.
I'm looking back at him right now.
You're like filling out the survey. You're filling out the survey. You just like turn to him and go, "Hey, how easy would it be to get this from you?"
No, like legit. I would look at the question. I would look back at him and go, "Yeah, I could see that," and then I would just click yes.
So it was no's and a bunch of yeses. What you really do to like really mess with them is have one of those yeses be one of those no's be a yes. It just like
it's just
heroin. Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, watch it just be like no. It would have been funny if I just did like all of them. Like yeah, I could probably get this, but it's like real simple shit like weed. It's like no, he doesn't see. He wouldn't tell me that though. It's just black tar, heroin.
Yeah, sure.
But like pot. No, he doesn't really deal with. Like,
he has standards.
Yeah, it's like
he's got He's not a pothead or anything.
He doesn't do small fry.
Anyways, drugs. Oh, another thing. Speaking of drugs, this has nothing to do with drugs, but it has everything to do with alcohol. London is known for their gin, right? Like, that's one of the things. You go to London, you get good gin. So I brought home a bottle of strawberry gin. Shit slaps.
Is that?
It's awesome.
I thought that was illegal to transport a food. Actually, no, I think it's illegal to transport cheese from France or something like that.
Oh, so it's illegal to transport dairy.
Yeah, dairy.
That's right,
reason.
because different countries have different
dairy laws.
Dairy standards, yeah. Because in the U.S., you're not allowed to consume raw dairy or something like that, or sell, or like produce.
I want one
yes.
block of
I love
straight
when
dairy.
I cook my milk.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so anything with a dairy product, oh my god, there is some sort of like, so in London and Europe in general, because their people get paid like actual money instead of bare minimum, and then like people meaning like specifically restaurants, they don't rely on tips. So in London, specifically London, their customer service is balls. It is awful. Like, because they don't care if they treat you nice. Because they're not, they don't have to treat you nice. Because you're not paying them the rest of their salary. So that's something to consider. I honestly forgot where I was going with this, I'm going to be honest. So they're very brash about things. So we get into the airport in London. And we're walking around, and you hear over the intercom, basically the message of, like, don't leave your bags unattended type of thing, like you would hear in an American airport. Yeah. And they say, word for word, unattended baggage will be collected and destroyed. Word for word, destroyed.
I mean...
Not, hey, we're going to impound it or like keep it
destroyed.
In a locked room. No, that's just going straight to the fucking furnace.
I had this image in my head that they're like, is that a backpack on the floor? Bring in the flamethrowers.
the TSA is like watching his watch second by second, staring at the bag, waiting for the 5 minutes to be up so he can run over there and steal it.
I imagine like a blast furnace on wheels that they wheel over.
It's like that scene from Monsters Inc. with like the very beginning where it's just like super unnecessary over a fucking sock. It's like, hey, my entire life was in that bag. I just went to go to the bathroom, and they would repeat this message over the intercom like every 15 minutes. And I was in this airport with like a 3 or 4 hour layover time, I think. So I'm just hearing this message of unattended baggage will be collected and destroyed. Yeah, it was great.
They have no time to deal with your shit. Literally. They will destroy it immediately.
Why do I imagine Gladys saying that? Like, unattended baggage will be collected and destroyed.
Gone. Sent to the aether. But yeah, that was a funny thing. And what was the other really funny thing that it was just like the customer service was just kind of pretty bad, actually. Another thing that they do, if they're not getting customers at restaurants, they'll just close. They don't stay open until the close time. They just close.
I do kind of agree with that if it's like a small coffee shop or something.
Yeah.
Because like,
but they don't tell you that they're closed until you walk in and they're like, nope, we're not serving you. We're closed. But your sign says open. We're closed. We decided this. Yeah. We decided this 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, you got to put up the sign at least.
Yeah, like there was a gin distillery that we wanted to go to. Like they distill your own gin, I think, or something like that, or like a gin bar, whatever it was. And they had their sign outside that had like the specials on it. They had their open sign on. We go down 2 flights of stairs because it's in a basement, and they're like, "No, we're closed." Well, okay then. Anyways, I've been talking too long. What do you guys? Anything interesting going on in your lives? Jeremy got a job. He can afford the merchandise now.
I can, but I still haven't bought anything.
I mean, that's fine. We got a new merch drop coming, guys. Comes out the day this episode airs. So I don't know why I'm saying coming, because when you guys listen... Yeah, it's here. Oh my god, speaking of Yippee. So for some reason, I have this just habit of every once in a while I'll just go, Yippee! Right? Or if something happens, I'll do that. It's like my vocal stim. And we went to this bar. It was our second bar of the night. And I go up and I order a gin and tonic with this like red apricot, whatever. It was pink and apricot. So pink gin just means it's made with red currants and raspberries. And then apricot was added into it. And she gives me my drink, and I thought I did it under my breath enough for her not to hear me, but I just go, yippee! And she goes, man, someone's excited for their gin, with the most flat fucking face possible. Like she was done with my shit. And then I left there drunk, because I drank mine and Mom's, and then we get to our flat. This is the funny part, because instead of doing like a hotel, we just rented an apartment for the time we were there, because it was easier that way, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So we opened the door to the apartment complex, and we're greeted. This is our first day. We open the door and we're greeted by a staircase to get to the first floor.
Yeah, all right.
Which would be fine, except there was also a light above the staircase that was strobing, which would be fine. But that's not fine when you're drunk.
Look it up. Whoa.
I ended up just crawling up the stairs. I think my mom has a video. I just crawled up the stairs, got into the entrance of our apartment, and then just army crawled across the floor.
The scary light bulb is gonna get me.
I was worried about being disoriented and just falling. Just like tumbling.
Just hold on, guys. I gotta crawl this one.
But yeah, that was a night. It was one of those times where I didn't realize I was drunk until I started walking. And then it hit me like a truck. But yeah, Europe is cool. We spent 4 days in Denmark and then 4 days in London. And Denmark was fucking awesome. We went to a place called the Lego House, which is like Legoland but smaller, but mixed with a museum. It's cool. They actually have a machine in the lobby that makes little packages of Legos on the machine. It molds them packages them, and then drops them in a bucket, and you can get freshly molded Legos.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
It's like 6 red bricks, but it's still cool as hell. I think I have it.
Yeah.
I think it was... Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Is it 6?
Home of the brick.
Yeah, it's just 6 red bricks. I got this one, like, right off the line, too. Like, the Legos were still a little warm.
The Legos were still a little warm.
Yeah, it was freaking cool. The Lego house, if... it was worth it. I would go back to Denmark just to go to the Lego house. That place was awesome. I actually got to see... Have you guys seen the new Sauron set that came out?
I might have, actually.
So I saw that set before it came out. Like, a week before it came out. Because it was on display. And it said, on the display case, this isn't out yet. Comes out, and then the date. And that set's awesome. It's massive. It's like 3 or 4 feet tall.
It is also $459.99.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a cool looking set.
I can't talk. My Lego Titanic was like $720 total.
They have Lego House exclusive Lego sets. Like, you can only get them at Lego House, and they're special sets.
Because that's right. Lego was made in Denmark, or originated in Denmark. I forgot about that.
So here in Florida, when you get to like the Orlando area, it's just fucking like Disney everything all the time, everywhere. Right? You get to a specific point and the street signs start looking like Mickey Mouse ears and whatnot.
Oh yeah, like when you get close to Disney. Yeah.
That's what Denmark was, but with Lego. Like everything.
Oh, that's cool.
They had they had Legoland, and then they had the Legoland Hotel that you could go to, and the building looked like it was made out of giant Lego bricks. There was a brick that was crooked. And it was like just a building, and it was super freaking cool.
Nice.
Like they overdid it, but it was respectable. I don't like the way that Disney does it because it's just like too much. Like, and then they have the roundabouts, and you're like, yeah, I'm most definitely driving on Mickey right now. They most definitely just made a roundabout of Mickey's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of roundabouts, the Europeans love their roundabouts.
Yeah.
If you look at a European road map, it literally looks like a bowl of like Cheerios. It's just constant roundabouts all the fucking time.
Yippee.
Yippee.
What is that one? I think it's not. Is it Boston Dynamics or is it the Robot Guys?
That's the Robot Dog.
There's another channel similar to that where the title video is how to like survive a European roundabout.
Uh-oh.
I think is
that the one where they it's like just drive through the roundabout?
Probably.
My mustache is getting in my nose. Wearing a mask is terrible. Don't ever do it, me when COVID.
You should retroactively post that 4 years ago.
I'm going back in time to cause a pandemic. To make a pandemic worse. I'm actually the very first anti-masker. Anyways.
Wait for some guy to be like, well, actually, the first anti-mask man was in 1984 when John Mask was...
I like how John Mask is an anti-masker. That makes sense. I love when the inventor of masks is like, don't wear these.
Well, you see, his father, Mr. Mask, was a very bad man. and so, you know, you can't blame him for his own last name. He's just hateful of his family.
we need fan art of fucking Mr. Mask. Speaking of fan art, so I got this little guy. It's kind of hard to see because, you know, dark.
That's a creature.
That did not change a damn thing.
Did not change a damn thing. So I got this little guy.
There you go.
Right? So, fun fact, Dr. Catatonic does have, like, a mascot. And it's a little, like, glitchy cat guy named Ello, and that's who this is. My artist made him for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's lore behind.
So what if I wanted a cat instead?
No, like she actually like hand sewed everything.
Oh,
Nice.
neat.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a little fucking goofy guy. took him to the arcade the other day because her and I met up at the arcade, and he was just there. He was chilling on my shoulder. I got we got cosplay bonuses because I had Elo on my shoulder.
All right.
So at Monster Arcade, you can get a discount if you walk in wearing cosplay. And I walked in.
That's cool.
To be fair, the person I went with was wearing like a cosplay wig, like a Super Saiyan wig. And then they discounted both of us because I had a fucking stuffed cat on my shoulder. Little did they know I was cosplaying as myself. Yeah, he's a little guy. Pretty awesome.
I've got mixed feelings about Monster Arcade.
What do you mean? What are your mixed feelings?
Yeah, you would want me to yap, huh?
Well, yeah, that's what the
podcast.
Yeah, I would like you to talk on the podcast.
Yap
That's
the show.
fucking awesome. I would love for you to talk on the thing that you're supposed to talk on.
That is what I was implying.
I'm gonna blow you up.
Well, that like I pretty much did like I don't know if I said it in that video 'cause I don't know if we recorded after that. I don't think so. I think we're all on break at that point. Whenever we all showed up and did the arcade.
No,
at least
weren't
I
on
wasn't
break.
in a video after that. I don't think.
I don't think.
Because
No,
wasn't it December?
it was in December.
Y'all took
weren't-
the break.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't in
we
it.
did that. Yeah, but I think I might have mentioned it while talking to you guys. Is the fact that I go to arcade, being like, yeah, arcade, and then I get in there and like every other chick looks like they're working at Hooters,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, wait, this is an arcade, not
did notice that.
Hooters.
Yeah.
My issue with Monster Arcade, so I went around the time that they first opened, so it's changed now. But their arcade games are not from America. They have arcade cabinets from like Japan, which is great and all, except for the fact they didn't translate the instructions. So you sit down at this arcade and you're like, yeah, this looks pretty cool. And then it starts speaking Japanese at you. But it's speaking Japanese at you in the style of an anime, so you're just getting yelled at. I'm like, stop. Why is this small child yelling at me? And
There was
yeah,
the train one.
Yeah, the train one, I was about to say.
yeah, there was the
The
train.
train.
I remember that, and I was like, how do we stop the train, Jeremy? How do we stop the train?
Yeah,
It's gonna hit them.
there's no instructions. Well, it's better now. They have instructions now. And some of the instructions are, here's a piece of paper that we put into Microsoft like docs.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And then they tape it up.
Yeah, and then
On
they
the
just
machine.
tape it up on the machine. Yeah. They got this really cool game. It's it's Pac-Man Battle Royale.
What?
What? I missed this.
Oh, yeah, so it's in the pinball machine room, but like tucked
Okay.
away in the corner.
Ah.
That is I kid you not, Delta, my artist, and I, we went to this arcade, and we had already known that the Pac-Man machine was there. And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and we both said, Pac-Man? And then we just played Pac-Man for like 4 hours. It was awesome. That's like pretty much all we did was Pac-Man. Because
4-hour Pac-Man is crazy.
4 hours
So-
of Waka Waka.
it's called Pac-Man Battle Royale The Championship. Like Chomp.
The tr-
What? No,
And-
you have
Hang
to look
on.
this shit
And
up.
it's
Hang on.
no, I'm dead serious. Look it up. It
The-
actually, you can buy the arcade cabinet. It's like $1,000, but you can buy it.
The
You can also
championship.
buy it in pieces. So I fully intend on buying this arcade machine. I'm just gonna buy it in pieces, so it's cheaper that way. Like in
They
the
made a
long
second
run.
one.
They made a second one,
Yeah, there's
Championship
a
Part
second
2.
one. Championship. Pac-Man Battle Royale. Man, that's crazy.
So what it is it's 4 joysticks and 1
Bro was
button.
not lying.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you're playing, you either play with one of your friends. You can play by yourself because then it'll make the other 3 Pac-Men
I like how the
NPCs, and you go around and you play Pac-Man. That's it. You can get power-ups. You can actually get. So you got Pac-Man. You got the big yellow dot that makes it so you can eat the ghosts. Well, in this one, there's a big green dot that allows you to eat the ghosts and the other players.
yeah, that's why it
Okay.
says feast on your friends.
Yeah.
In this.
And then you can also you get power-ups that show up. The longer you play, the more power-ups show up. Like there's one that's a lightning bolt that if you get close to your friend, close to other players and the ghost, it'll just turn them to a pile of ash.
Man.
The same with, like, there's a chili pepper that if your friends are next to you while you activate the chili pepper, it'll, like, explode and light them on fire. You get speed boost. The game's awesome. Like, it's actually really fun to play. And
I need this, like, on the computer,
Yeah.
on Steam.
I wonder if that's a thing that it might exist. That might exist.
Probably not.
But yeah, it's pretty. Monster Arcade is fine. It's $20 and you go in and you get to play games like as long as you want. They don't kick you out at a specific time.
Yeah, no, that is like it is a good arcade. It was just like there are things I wish there weren't.
Yeah, God forbid.
Don't get me
hungry.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I am a straight white male. However,
So here is my complaint with Monster Arcade. They don't allow you to bring in outside food, which is fair.
Oh, yeah.
I get that, except for the fact I bought 2 orders of fries and a White Claw and spent like $31.
29 of those dollars were the one White Claw you bought.
Yes, but like also the fries were like $5 a piece for an order of fries.
Yeah.
I was
It's
God
you were
forbid you
paying
get
for
hungry.
for their convenience.
yeah.
Which is fair because you're going in, you're spending, I think it's like $20 for a wristband, and then
Yeah, $25. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I think it's like $25 for a wristband, and that's it. You don't have to pay for any of the machines because they're all like jailbroken or whatever. You can play on all. You can play. The reason why we played Pac-Man for so long is because when we would die, we would just respawn. It'd be fine.
Oh yeah.
So, that, in my opinion, that kind of ruins the arcade for me a little bit. Because the part of the fun of the arcade is you go and you put your coin in the slot, and then you die and you put another coin in. But if you're able to just respawn when you die, you can beat an arcade, like you can beat the game.
Yeah, I don't know how many like traditional arcades that are like that are still like around.
I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is like that. It's not the coins, but you got Chuck E. Cheese, Dave & Buster's, Andretti's.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
so
got
I guess technically Andretti still does stuff like that.
But, I mean, there's only 2 arcades that are like that, is Game Over and Monster Arcade. Game Over is a retro arcade, but it's also a bar, because I think it's after the hours of 8, they kick out people that are under the age of 18, or under the age of 21, and it's just, like, adults, like, drink and play video games type of thing.
I mean, yeah.
That
That's
sounds
like
like
Dave &
a
Buster's.
horrible idea.
Right? I'm getting drunk and playing...
A Pac-Man championship.
No, they don't have... They have the retro. They have the retro, like, games. So you go in there...
the original Tron.
Yeah, you're playing the original...
Just
They actually
pissed
have that.
off.
They have the original Tron, and it's... And some of the cabinets have designs on them that is not the game that you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Like, they have... I want to say it was a Ninja Turtle, like, game. It's like the Ninja Turtles, and there's 4 people, and you go to the 4 different joysticks, and you boot the game up. It's not Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I see.
I'm like,
Alright.
I wanted to play Ninja Turtles. Why am I Spider-Man?
Yeah.
He's not a Ninja Turtle.
He's not a Ninja Turtle. I'm not a Ninja Turtle.
What is this bullshit? But yeah, Monster Arcade's cool and all. Like, if you're in the area, please don't
Florida.
find me.
if you're in the area, stunned silence.
You couldn't see, but I made a face. It was a face of genuine fear because I realized by referring to Monster Arcade and Game Over, I've managed to dox myself.
It is a general location.
Statewide, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in the state of Florida.
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned closer locations most
Oh
likely.
yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure you have.
What are you gonna do? Find me? Sick freaks.
That finds you.
What are you gonna do? Kidnap me? Do it. I want you to. That's my turn on. Anyways.
And just like that.
I thought it was Pac-Man Championship, to be honest.
Oh, hold on.
4 hours of...
Is that like I need to see if you can...
It's not on like Steam or anything.
That's sad.
Yeah, I looked it up.
It's awesome though. That game's like thoroughly awesome.
I am, however, the proud owner of a service manual for the machine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I
because
should buy-
you can just download the service manual completely for free.
Yep.
I
Anyway.
should just buy the red ball knob for the joystick for $8.
Yeah,
Nothing
and
else.
just the red one because each knob is a different color. So you got red, yellow, blue,
Yeah.
and pink.
Oh my god, it's like the Pac-Man color.
Wow, almost like it's a Pac-Man game. Sorry.
I'm gonna chomp you.
You're gonna what?
Waka waka.
I'm gonna chompa
What?
you.
Waka waka.
But yeah, that's how I spent. That was just this week alone. I talked about ingesting Freon, but I didn't talk about me literally almost exploding that same day. So did I send you guys the
Combustible.
videos of me explaining what happened and like why it happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, because you don't know, because so in AC install you have the air handler and then the condenser. And the condenser makes the air cold, and the air handler spreads it throughout the house. I really hope, for my job security's sake, that information that I just gave you was correct.
It sounds correct. Like the air handles the air and moves it through the house. Yeah.
So
Adds up.
I was sent to a job site, by myself. You know, the person who's only been doing this for 3 weeks with absolutely no prior training.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told, yeah, just go ahead and like disconnect everything. Like, yeah, I can do that. I've watched my lead do that before. So I start disconnecting things. I go out, I bleed the Freon out of the condenser, cut my hand open, ingest Freon, and then I go into the air handler after I get the condenser off the concrete pad, and I go to the air handler, and I open the fuse box, make sure that the fuse is turned off, and then shut it, go to take the air handler apart, and then I pull out a wire, you know, a high voltage wire, and I go to straighten it out because, well, first of all, I thought there was no power to the air handler. Spoiler alert, I was wrong, because I pulled this high voltage grounding wire, and it touches the high voltage, like, the wire that has the power, the red wire, and it touches it and just explodes. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I look at the fuse box and notice the one that I flicked off was only for the air condenser, not for the air
Not the
handler.
handler.
The handler was still on, which would
So
be
the handler
fine,
was-
except for the fact there was multiple occasions where I almost touched the metal part of the high voltage wire that could have put me 6 feet under.
It was trying to handle you.
Man, I wish it did. Anyways, so that happened, and then I had taken a video to essentially explain to someone what happened. And in the video, my hand is just like shaking. I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize I was that scared. That was terrifying.
Yeah, electricity is no thing you could just be like, I got it.
Yeah, my second day on the job. So my first day they had me in the scrapyard. I was just scrapping stuff. My second day on the job, I went out to a plumbing job because they thought they were going to need help digging a ditch. Turns out they didn't. And he's digging this tube, this like plumbing thing that had leaked. Like there was a hole in the pipe. So it was just pouring water out, and he's digging it out. It's like in 3 feet of water. Like it goes up my arm. Like I was shoulder deep in the water. And he just hit a live wire with the shovel. And it sparked up and nearly hit him in the face. Like
Wait, he hit it like
underwater? A live wire underwater. I think what happened.
How were you not?
I think what happened is he didn't know that there was a wire there. So he was digging and he shoved the shovel into the ground, and when he did that, it cut the wire in half.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
It also makes sense that if the wire wasn't actually in the water yet, it could have just been like right under where
Yeah.
the water was.
Yeah.
So it just went from dirt to shovel to hand.
Water. Yeah.
or
And,
whatever the
yeah. So nearly.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What was funny is because he dug the shovel in, he saw the sparks, and went, "Oh," and then goes to pull the shovel out, but the wire got wrapped around the shovel, so he couldn't pull the shovel out without sparks. So he's like, "Hey," it turns to the owner of the condos, and he's like, "Hey, does this condo have a fuse box?" And she looks at him and goes, "I thought we were doing plumbing." And he goes, "Yeah, so there's a live wire in this water." And she goes, "Oh!" And then she bought us pizza.
Wow.
Actually,
Well,
she bought
Hey, don't
them
sue me.
pizza. She bought them pizza because shortly after that, I left to go take a drug test. So
Hey, don't sue me. Here's the pepperoni.
I don't.
I mean, that
It was-
could have basically been it. Is like, hey, don't tell anybody there's this live electrical
Yeah.
wire
Yeah.
within this
Well-
water that someone could just get into.
There was it was funny because she asked me, someone who's leaving in 15 minutes, and then the other helper who isn't really like, he doesn't care, not like he doesn't care about the questions being asked, and she's like, "What kind of pizza you guys like?" And I didn't want to be like, "I don't care, I'm leaving in like 15 minutes," because I didn't want to be that guy. So I just went, "Oh, just whatever." And the guy's like, "Yeah, just whatever." And she goes, "Well, if it's up to me, there's not going to be any meat on it." And I'm like, "Oh, goddamn fucking vegetarian." What do you mean there's not going to be any meat on the pizza? Where's the sustenance? And then I
Where's
left
the
to go take
goddamn protein?
and then I left to go take a drug test, and then went home. So yeah, I still haven't gotten those results of the drug test. I really hope they didn't find anything, because that'd be a shock. That would be a shocker.
Okay, hold on.
That would be a shocker because I don't do drugs.
No. They're gonna find the Freon.
Yeah.
Find the Freon.
Dude, that Freon doesn't taste good. I don't know how to explain the taste.
You know, toxic materials don't tend to taste very good.
A new Gamer Subs flavor.
Oh my god! If Filterless ever gets sponsored by G Subs, that is our flavor. It's
The filterless
Freon.
Freon.
Oh, what you drinking in your cup? Oh, you know, the new energy
Freon
drink.
fruit punch.
A new energy drink. Oh, what kind? Freon? What?
Yeah, Freon.
No, liquid Freon is cold, like so cold by itself. It can give you frostbite just by existing on your skin. So yeah, I don't know how that didn't happen to me. I think the Freon was, I think it was, I'm like 99.9% sure it was Freon. Because it came out of the Freon tube, and typically when something comes out of the tube, it is the thing.
Named after the thing.
Yeah, it was.
I imagine like
in the coolant tube, so I really hope it was Freon, because if not, there was a different slippery substance in the thing that should have been Freon. And that would explain why your AC wasn't working. Yeah, I wish I could describe the taste of Freon so people don't have to eat it themselves to figure it out, because I wouldn't put that beneath our audience.
You know, honestly, when you ask me,
Wait.
hey, you want to figure out what the Freon tastes like by eating it? I'm going to go, no. That's not something my mind is like, I've got to try this.
I mean, you ever this might, now that I think of it, I don't think I tasted the Freon very much. I think I was more focused on the amount of blood pouring out of my hand, because I was about to be like, it kind of tastes like copper, but that would be the blood, that's coming out of my hand. It had like a metallic taste, though. That's all. Anyways.
Wow. Glad you did not die or perish in any sort of way.
I mean, that was only yesterday. So, my
More to
days are
come.
numbered. I have mere moments left to live.
Hey, I know who's eating the podcast.
Wait, if I die, will you continue the legacy of Filterless, Jeremy?
That's like a lot of work.
Okay, Mr. Minimum Wage Job.
Actually, I make more than minimum wage.
I don't.
Hell. Somehow I make
Actually,
under.
Yeah, Buddy makes like, I almost said 7. You make like $12.50 an hour, don't you?
Buddy makes 7
Yeah,
an
that's
hour.
exactly correct, actually. How did you...
Not
Hold on a
dollars.
second.
Just 7. Nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
Every hour he gets a 7-year-old.
I make triangles.
Every
Wait, what did you say?
every hour he gets the number 7. I mean, I make commission, so my paycheck, I'm not sure how much I actually make hourly for like shop time, but on the website that they tell you to go to for like clocking in and clocking out has a thing where it tracks how much you make, but they don't go by that. They have their own thing that they go by for hourly stuff. So
Of
my
course.
first day working, I was in the scrapyard, so I wasn't making commission, which is I make a percentage off of how much. I think it's like, for me, 18% off of the final. Not 18%. That's a lie.
Yeah, how about that's almost like a quarter of the entire job.
What is the decimal? 0.018. What is the percentage version of that?
100th.
Yeah, so that's how much money I make per job.
It's
Of
either
the-
100th or 1,000th, and I really hope it's not 1,000th.
So the install team gets 6% of the job cost. So if the job costs $15,000, we get 6% of that.
Okay.
And then that
That's cool.
6% gets split off between the lead and the helper, 70-30. So I can install a unit at
That's still...
11. I think today's job was $11,000, and I got $200 from that. So I got $200 in one
Nice.
day. But anyways, I look at my hourly rate on the website that we go, like the way that we clock in and out, and I worked for 12 hours, and got $110. Which means this website just told me that I was making $5 an hour. Which isn't even more, which isn't even the old minimum wage.
I'm about to say tipped employees right now make
$7.
$8.98.
Yeah, $8.98.
No.
Yeah,
Wait, really?
yeah, tipped employees.
Yeah.
So I was making, according to this website, less than a Hooters employee, a Hooters server,
Wait.
and that upset me. Like, I was genuinely upset. So I
On
went to my
wage.
manager.
On wage.
I went to my
Oh,
manager
wait.
and I was like, "Hey, this isn't right, is it?" And he goes, "No, we don't pay it. Like, we don't use that. That's not how much you got paid." I think for that, like, that week, I got like $800.
Oh, heck yeah.
They didn't.
Wait.
Not 800. Yeah, 800. No.
You also said...
Yes.
You'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, you'll find out soon enough.
800.
You said your guys' tipped employees was how much?
What?
$8.98.
890.
That's insane.
What is it in your land?
Yeah, my land doesn't exist. It is $5.25.
Oh, that's why.
Hey, that's how much money I make an hour. But yeah, I mean, like I said, AC install, it's not necessarily a hard job. It's a hard job, like, to do, but it's not a hard job to learn. Like, it's just assembling Legos. It's really easy. That part of it. The hard part is the fact that you're doing this in either a house with no AC, and when you're in a house and there's no air conditioning unit, 9 times out of 10, if the air handler is in the house, it's in a closet with no
Yeah.
airflow and no AC. And then the weather, like today, it was 91 degrees outside with like a humidity. I think the humidity was like 64 or something like that. So it was basically 100 degrees outside, and my lead was in a closet putting the air handler in. It was, yeah, it's hard because
I
you're
mean,
just like dripping sweat constantly.
I mean, when I worked for my mold removal company, we worked with other companies who did stuff like that. Because if you think about it, if we have a job and the reason that there's mold in a house is because an air handler was leaking, and so there's water damage and there's mold, We come in there, get rid of the water damage, get rid of the mold. Then those guys come in. They'll either wash out the not the handler, the condenser, and like the big triangle of tubes. And they go and spray that out.
That's
and, like,
the coil.
Clean it or whatever.
The triangle
The coil.
of tubes is the coil.
The coil, the Tesla coil. Anyway,
The
but yeah,
coil
so
head.
it's like I'm sure you're, but it sounds more like your job might just maybe not your job, but whoever you work for is probably more like a handyman business.
Yeah,
almost
so
because you're doing multiple different job stuff.
yeah, so they do. I'm not gonna dox my company name. We do plumbing, electrical, and AC install. So they have those, and then also they have a drywall department. So they do drywall as well, I believe. Like if you have like a missing wall in your house, I guess, or a hole in your wall. I don't know why you can't just patch that yourself. I've done it before. If I could do it, anyone can.
I mean, yeah, drywall isn't rocket science, but I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta kind of know what you're doing.
So we do drywall, AC, plumbing and drains because apparently those are the different, and then electrical. So we're a little bit of everything, and then AC covers like installing the units, cleaning the ducts, doing duct replacement, installing like solar attic fans and such. So it's a little bit of everything.
And what if this entire thing was a ploy to advertise for your company?
Then I would have said the name of my company.
The topic is slowly get into the ad read.
And this episode is sponsored by HVAC. I don't work for HVAC because they actually have like doesn't HVAC have like their own thing? Like their own like repair company?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't even know what HVAC stands for, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm probably being
H
a
is-
dumbass. Isn't it like heating?
Heating, ventilation, and cooling.
Yeah, I thought so. Man, I love when they
Alright.
make "and" the 3-letter word. Of like, yeah.
I think it's and. I don't really know, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, to be fair, my band name is Citizens of Nowhere, and the O gets to have a place in our acronym. It's a lowercase O, but it's there.
Well, yeah, NASA stands for. You know what? Fuck it, I forgot.
NASA stands for the N slur and the S slur.
Yeah, and then the A's just hanging around.
And then the other A just stands for
The other A
ass.
is just.
N-word and slut ass. NASA.
Man, I forgot
All
they
right,
were-
now, show about your horrible working conditions at good old KFC.
Horrible working conditions. I mean, it's like
Rats.
your average corpo.
Rats in the
setup.
KFC deep fryer. Rats in the KFC deep fryer.
No, we haven't gotten that far, unfortunately.
Your horrible working conditions. Go on. Tell us.
It's not like.
Frozen
it's-
rat in the deep fryer.
Man, I wish. It's your. Let's see. See, in all the places I've worked, I see it as normal now. So
That's scary.
At other places you've been at, I don't know if it's normal. I just see it as normal. But like, let's see. No like precautionary things are available in most of these workplaces. Like, let's see, first aid kits, fire extinguisher training.
You know, the things that are required
emergency
by
training.
law.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't do
pretty
any of
sure
that.
you're required to have at least 2
Well, no, we
first aid
have
kits
one.
on site. No, first aid
We
kits?
have. Oh, we have like half of one or something. I don't know. But we have.
Half of one.
We have a box of
myself
Band-Aids
had
and
to,
vodka.
I had to badger for like 2 months to my general manager in order to get heat gloves.
Oh.
That way we could get stuff out of the oven easier instead of using these really small towels. And we would like use like 4 or 5 to double them up because it was too hot.
You know, they have...
And I'm like, why don't we just have gloves?
Yeah. Also,
Or like oven mitts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like any...
It sounds like
Any
you should
form
be a
of-
man and just grab it, pussy boy.
When I worked at Hardee's,
Dude, I guess.
When I worked at Hardee's, there was someone who would just do that.
I wish I could do that.
He would just pull it out of the oven with his bare hands. It would destroy his
light
hands,
work.
and he did it because he was trying to be cool.
A light work.
Which would be like okay if he was a teenager. He wasn't. Anyways, yeah, that sounds about fast. That sounds like fast food to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was someone who deep fried his hand at the at Hardee's when I was working there.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Take a bite?
So he was like, hey, I bet you all the money in my wallet that you won't dip your hand in the fryer. And he was like, yeah, okay, and dipped his hand in the fryer for $5.
That's crazy.
And then went to the ER.
Yeah, I don't think he read the terms and conditions before.
Yeah.
Terms and conditions. Hey, don't dip your hand in the deep fryer.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a joke. You're doing this for $5. Refrain.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys know this. I know Jeremy might, and I didn't know this was like supposed to be common sense or like common knowledge for me, but I learned this like a month ago or so. KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, a bunch of those popular places are all owned by Pepsi.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't think they were.
Which is why you get joint KFC Taco
Yeah.
Bell stores.
I didn't know that, actually.
I've seen a couple.
I mean, I think I've seen one, but I didn't know that they were owned by the same place.
You're American.
Does that mean...
you're Mexican.
Oh my god, does that mean the Verizon owns
Wait.
the Little Caesars?
Maybe, honestly, if you look it up.
Verizon and Little Caesars. You can go and get a really expensive phone bill and the cheapest dog shit piece of pizza you will ever eat in your entire life. All in the same place. Oh, you spent too much money on your phone bill? Have some cheap-ass pizza for a compensation. Oh, you just bought the new iPhone 15 Plus? Have a $5 pizza that's been sitting in a warmer for an hour.
Smart. That would be smart if, like, hey, buy 1,000 pizzas and you get a free new iPhone.
1,000 hot and readies. Donate to the homeless. I don't care what you do. Just buy the pizza, please. It was Little Caesars that had the Batman-shaped calzone, right?
What?
Y'all don't remember that? Hold on.
Google.com.
Yeah. I have Opera.
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Calzone, Little Caesars. Huh.
Yeah, Batman Calzone.
This looks ass.
Wait a second.
This looks like shit from the butt, dude.
Hang on. Batman.
I started.
It's that guy. Who is that guy? It's the guy in a suit who always sits in the car and he's like, my day is ruined and this is a disappointment or some shit.
Oh, I'm looking at that too.
So, for those of you who are listening and not watching, don't bother watching because I'm not putting it up in the edit.
No, you should.
Okay,
Yeah,
send me link or
It's
picture
hot.
or whatever.
Well, why are the tips of it? Why can't they just cut it?
Because it's supposed to be Batman. It's
because
supposed
it's
to
a
be
pizza
Batman.
calzone.
It's not even a calzone.
Like,
From what I understand,
yeah,
it's just a pizza that they folded. Like they
Yeah,
they played
yeah.
word.
It's just that.
I mean, I get
No.
I get that's what a calzone is.
No,
but not.
They don't fold it all the way though. It's like one tip of the pizza is folded. That's it.
Yeah.
So here's a picture. Cut a pizza into 1, 2, 3, 4 slices right across. So 8 slice pizza, 8 slices of pizza, and then fold 2 of them onto itself.
Yeah.
That is all they did.
Did you guys look at the picture that's directly next to it of like the You got the advertisement, and then directly next to it is like what it actually looks like.
The I ate Little Caesars the Batman calzone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like garbage.
This is like the worst thing ever. Honestly,
Honestly, I'd rather
dude,
just
scroll
Jesus-
down and
Jesus
look
died
at the
for
burnt
these.
cheese one.
Jesus died for these sins.
Wait, where? Hold on. Let me look.
Scroll down a little and look at the one that's only cheese. It looks like it's half burnt.
What?
Oh
Oh my god, yeah. Oh no.
Hold
Oh,
on,
these
I will
are-
also post this one into the.
These are terrible. For those
Yeah,
of you
post
who
that
know
so I
what the
can-
Batman Calzonie... For those of you who bought this monstrosity, I am sorry.
For those of you who are old, they've had
This
the
isn't an old thing.
Batman
This came...
Calzone.
No, this came out when the new Batman movie came out. Like the newest
oh,
one.
really?
Yeah, this
God,
is
that
not an
looks-
Oh,
old thing.
2022.
Yeah, this is
What
a
is
newer
the
thing.
bottom and the top? Okay,
God.
that does not look like cheese. I'm sorry.
It's probably not.
I
sorry.
told you
Let's be
shit in
honest.
the
The way
butt.
it's-
I was not lying.
That is not cheese.
For those of you who are
speaking-
watching, I will put it up because it's funny.
Speaking of food-related partnerships, do you know McDonald's is doing a Jujutsu Kaisen?
They are.
You're lying.
Like,
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Is it like a Happy Meal?
If you open the app, you will see Sukuna's like tattoos on a yellow M.
Wait, really? Hold on, I'm opening the app right now.
What?
I don't endorse McDonald's.
Yeah, this is not a sponsorship episode. We swear.
You lied to me.
Hang on. It's loading.
McDonald's
You're fine.
drops special grade garlic sauce in collab with JJK.
You lied to me. It didn't do it.
It should have.
It didn't.
Is that?
I think
Sure,
it released
updated.
like today.
I haven't updated the app. Anyways, no, remember when they had like the anime, like the McDonald's anime, the WickDonald's or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how they had that sauce? I wanted to try that sauce because it was like a lemon. No, it was like a chili pepper sauce of some kind. I'm like, yeah, I want to try that. You know, the limited edition sauce. Day 3 of this sauce being out, I go to McDonald's. I'm like, hey, I would like a 10-piece chicken nugget with this sauce. And they went, yeah, we don't have that. What the fuck you mean you don't have it? It's been 3 days. There's no way in hell you're out. She goes, yeah, we don't have that. What? I drove all the way over here to get the 10 chicken nuggets and a sauce that you don't have? There is no way in hell you don't have this sauce.
And my friend.
So instead, I
is a
just
manager.
left.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyways, your friend's a manager?
Yeah, he's a manager at McDonald's and sent me these pictures of what was supposedly a part of the partnership.
And then he got fired because he was supposed to sign a. Yep.
Who is Ryoki Tenkai?
That's the Japanese
Ronald-
version of
That's
a
Ronald.
domain expansion.
That's
Oh.
Ronald. That's Ronald
Yeah.
McDonald's domain expansion. Domain expansion. McDonald's
Golden
play
arches.
place.
Oh no, it's coming June 9th now. I see on the picture.
So you did just fucking lie to our faces, asshole.
Yeah, but it also give you info I'm not supposed to know.
Hold on, what?
Can we keep that? Will
when is it
will the
coming?
Hamburglar come for me?
I don't know, honestly.
The 9th of June?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
The
though it's
7th,
July?
Wait. Okay.
But
in,
yeah,
in
hold
one
on.
week this will be here. My bad. Wait. Hold on.
He's reading it.
So July 9th,
Okay.
not June?
Yeah. Sorry. Not June, dude. I even had it in my head. Okay, June was before us. Now we're in June.
We are in June.
And then I said June.
July.
Yeah.
You guys, speaking of
yeah.
July, you guys have any plans for 4th of July?
I'm getting time
I'm
and a
working,
half
I'm pretty
at
sure.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I'm working for it,
It's
honestly.
a Sunday, isn't it?
It's a Monday. No, it's a Thursday. I lied.
Oh.
Fucking
Yeah, it's
nerds.
Thursday.
I think I might actually have that day off because, you know, it's great and all. Like, yeah, I can install ACs if the people that sold us the ACs weren't closed on 4th of July.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
they
fair.
have like signs plastered all over their glass windows, closed on 4th of July. Okay, you only had to tell me once.
No, people are dumb.
They just had to make.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
they just had to make sure.
So I might have 4th of July off. I could be wrong though. So, yeah. Anyways, we've been sitting here for an hour.
Yippee.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean we can
Already
stop
got put in the ads. Put in the ads.
Put in the ads. You know, the ads that we don't get.
Mm-hmm.
We're sponsored.
Yeah, by McDonald's, HVAC, and
I don't think HVAC is a
Jujutsu
company.
Kaisen.
We're sponsored by.
we're
sponsored by
Gojo.
Japan.
yeah, the entire country of Japan.
We're
is
sponsored by
sponsoring this.
Funimation, which is funny because they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm
That's
pulling up our outline because I've never done the social medias before. So, Jeremy, would you like to tell everyone how they can support the podcast?
It's in with the. I've never done them before, so hey, Jeremy.
How can they? No, not the socials. Just how can they support the podcast? What is the ways to do it?
Well, you can always send topics to the email. What's the
Why-
email, I might ask?
Why is there a little guy?
No, don't worry about that.
What do you?
Why is there a guy?
He's always been there. What do you mean?
Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so filterlesstopic@gmail.com. Hit that up. Give us ideas.
Or the
We're not out of
Discord.
ideas.
We're not out of ideas. Trust me.
We're not out of ideas. This episode isn't no topic because we didn't have any topics. It's just there's an excuse there.
Yeah, well, it's the easing in episode because you guys haven't listened to our annoying ass voices in a while, so now you get to listen to our annoying ass voices for a little while.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win. So you can also, if the email doesn't work, because I don't know if I'll read it, probably not. The Discord, perfect place. We've already gotten some listener suggestions in the Discord, so that's always a place that you can go to give us ideas and talk to other fans of the podcast. Showed you got any things?
Oh,
Like any content? Where can the
will soon.
listeners find you?
probably in the Filter List Discord as of right now.
So
That is where you can find me.
okay, yeah, maybe there'll be an
Soon.
update on that.
Yeah, in
Maybe.
the future.
I don't know if it'll ever be.
And when the McDonald's sponsorship is out.
I don't know. I don't know if Show will be invited back onto the podcast. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Gone. He got ripped into the shadow realm. But yeah, this has been Filterless, everyone. If you want to support the podcast in other ways, that is not giving us a review or just word of mouth, just simply telling people, hey, here's this cool thing I found. Man, I really wish Show would come back so it's not a street side talking
can't.
at me.
I can't come back. I don't know how to get him back. Help.
You can hit us up
Help.
on
He's actually off the...
Go. For those of you listening, Show's been using a VTuber the entire time, and when he did that, he just ripped the VTuber off the screen, and now he's gone.
He's actually gone.
But if you guys want to try to support the podcast in ways that aren't just word of mouth or leaving a review or those fun things, you can hit us up on our socials. We got an Instagram is the Filterless Podcast, Twitter, the Filterless PC, TikTok, the Filterless Podcast, and also we are on YouTube. So, yippee! If you guys, the video format is posted on Spotify, but it is made for the YouTube. So go over to the YouTube. Maybe one day there'll be more than just podcast episodes. Who knows? Jeremy, you got any closing thoughts?
I'm glad that we are getting back in the swing of things, and I
Yeah.
hope that we have some actual topics in the future. That
I mean, next
can-
episode, guys. Next episode is gonna be a doozy. It's just gonna be Jeremy and I and We're going to a gun show that same morning that we're recording that episode, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so we're going to a gun show and then going home and sitting down and recording an episode that I have titled Bad Advice Roulette. So so yeah. We're back. We're back. We're so back, baby. And yeah, we'll have new real topics. We're not out of topics. Jeremy wasn't joking. We have things, guys. Show, hit us with an outro. Uh-oh. Hit us with an outro? Did your outro peak?
Yeah, a little bit.
Fish.
Alrighty, bye everyone.
Go fuck yourselves. We'll see you in the next one. Jeremy doesn't get to speak. Fucking.